Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. And by the time, well, not beer review, this is a beer haul video. By the time you see this one, you will realise that this is the second beer haul video because you would have watched the first one. If you haven't watched the first one, this is the second one, and the first one's before this. This will be coming up the second day. So if you haven't seen that one, as I said, I've been out, I bought a lot of beers, nigh on 30 beers. So rather than just do one massive beer video, I'm doing two separate ones. So this is the second one. I went to, the first video was from Morrison's, the beers from Morrison's. And the video now is containing beers from Tesco's, Sainsbury's and St Martin's service station, which is local to me. So let's get cracking with what we got. There's a few beers near that I really didn't fancy, really wanted to pick up, but I've got to get some reviews out there, so I've picked some up anyway. So we'll start off with the ones from Tesco's. We'll start off with the ones from Tesco's. I don't want to show you too much. And the first beer I got, these four beers were 4 for £3. So obviously you get your cheapest one free. I think the cheapest one was about £3.50, I think. So yeah, let's start off with this one. Now, I've picked this up because I want to do a re-review of it because it was such a great beer when it first came out. I wouldn't mind doing it again, and it made up the numbers for the 4 for £3. So it's from Buxton, and it's their King Slayer, and it's their double IPA coming in at 8%. That was £4. I remember originally, I'm certain it was £3 or £3.50. 440ml can was a fantastic beer, so I've picked that up so I can re-review it. And now the next three beers are all beers that I really haven't wanted to pick up, but I've ended up picking them up anyway, and they're all from Brewdog. So the first one is another double IPA. This one coming at £4 as well, and this is their Arcade Made. Now I know it's been out for a while, but I've decided to pick it up in the end. Double dry hopped, double IPA, 440ml can, coming in at 8%. I bet it's not a patch on the King Slayer. I bet it really isn't. Right, next one from Brewdog is their Lucky Break, and it's a New England IPA, 440ml can. Think this was about this might have been £3.75. I'm not sure. I don't know. No, this was probably actually the £3.50 one. Yeah, probably the £3.50 one I had for free. So a New England IPA, Lucky Break, 6.7% in a 440ml can. And last but not least is a can of their King Crush. And this is a mango and passion fruit double milkshake IPA. I think this was £3.75. It's coming in at 8.4% ABV in a 440ml can. So them four beers all come in at £11.75. So I don't, or was it, yeah, £11.75. I don't think that's too bad for the four beers. Coming in, works out just under £3 when you even it out. And they're quite big beers, but I've got a feeling the Brewdog ones are going to be stinkers. Right, what are we on now? We are heading over to Sainsbury's now. So I got some here. There's two beers that I've just picked up anyway, individually, and then I got 4 cans that are sort of like part of a 4 for £3 deal. So the first one I've picked up, and I didn't really want to pick this up. Somebody has asked me to pick it up, and I picked it up because it actually came in quite cheap. And we've got a Spanish beer out of Mallorca, and this is a bottle of Rosa Blanca. It's in a 660ml bottle. It's 3.4%. God knows what it's going to be like. But it came in at £1.75. And to be honest, I thought at £1.75, I will give that a go. So that will be coming up. And the next bottle I picked up because it was cheaper than the place previous. And it's a beer a few people have done. I have actually had it. I drank this when I went to Chester the other week. And it's from Birra Moretti. Or from Heineken, if you like. And this is a bottle of their Sail de Mer. So it's like an unfiltered premium lager with sea salt in, apparently Italian sea salt. That's coming in at 4.8% in a 660ml bottle, and that was £2.75. So a little bit dearer, but it was £3.30 or something, I think it was, in bloody Morrison's they wanted for it, so I thought I ain't paying that. So there's them two, and then I will now show you the 4 cans that I picked up. And these are sort of, there's going to be a couple of these that are going to be re-reviews, if you like. 4 for 3. So the first one is from Tiny Rebel, and it is a beer I am absolutely gutted about that they actually stopped doing on Perfect Draft, because I loved it. Reviewed it on PD, don't think I've ever reviewed it from a can, and this is their Pineapple Express IPA. 440ml can, coming in at 6.2%, and I believe that was, find it in a minute, £3.75. There we go. So that'll be coming up for review by mate. And we have another Tiny Rebel beer, excuse me, another Tiny Rebel beer. And this is a can of their What's Cooler Than Being Cool. And it's a New England IPA. Double New England IPA, I would say. And that is coming in at 8%. Now that was £4, I think. $4.25 actually. So that's not a cheap one. For $4.25 in the supermarket. That's quite expensive. But hopefully it's going to be quite decent. So there we go. Nice artwork. Next one, actually, before we get going, because I'm getting a bit dry here. Oh, left out the PD. Next one is from Northern Monk now, and it was a toss-up, just picking some beers really to get the 4 for 3. This from Northern Monk, and this is their Tropical Weld. There we go. And this is a lychee and coconut IPA, coming in at 6% in a 440ml can, and that would have been £3.50. So I think that's the freebie I've had. One was $4.25, 2 were $3.75, and the £3.50 one. So that would have been free. And last but not least, from Sainsbury's, it's actually a bit of a re-review. Now, I reviewed this in the early days of the channel. Don't believe I've had it since. It'll be interesting to know whether it's changed, but I certainly think my taste buds have changed, and I do like the style. It's a New England IPA. It's from Vocation, and this is the famous Love and Hate. It's coming in at 6.2%, I believe. 7.2. Sorry, I was going to say, because I thought it was 7.2. So I would have been saying, hang on, they've dropped the ABV. It's probably not very good. But yeah. That'll be coming up. 440ml can, 7.2%. A re-review of that Vocation Love and Hate. £3.75. So they're the beers that I got from Sainsbury's. And now we will move on to finally the 4 beers that I picked up from St Martin's service station. So that's local to me, local to Oswald Street. It's in a little village called St Martin's. If you're somewhere around Oswald Street, go and pay them a visit. Go and have a look at all their beers. A lot of their stuff is sort of local breweries, if you like, or Welsh ones and what have you. So go and have a nosy. So what I picked up, these 4 beers come in at £17. I know 2 were £4.20. I think one was, that's 8, 9. It's about £4.50ish for the other 2 each. So we'll go on to this one first, and it's from Cloudwater and Arpus. Or Arpus, collaboration beer, and this is Not Enough Truth to Find, and it's a pale ale, 440ml can, coming in at 5%. Like I say, I think that was about £4.35, something like that, £4.50, something like that. So that'll be coming up. Looking forward to that. Cloudwater, good brewery, and I don't believe I've had anything from that Arpus. I don't even know where they're from, to be honest. So there we go. Next one is a Welsh one. It's another one from Polly's. Beautiful artwork. The cans are lovely as well. And this is a can of their Little Petal. There we go. It's a West Coast Pale Ale, coming in at 5.2% in a 440ml can. And like I said, it's around the £4.65, 75 mark, something like that. I just rounded it up to £4.50 really, to average out the prices. So yeah, less than a 5 anyway. So that's that one. And the last 2 are 2 brand new beers that are both collaborations from Salopian. So looking forward to these. I know these have only just come out, and this beer is a collaboration with Oakham. Oakham do some nice beers, and this is a can of their Symphonic coming in at 5.3% in a 440ml can, £4.20, and we have another New England IPA, another one. So I've got quite a few New England IPAs today, but looking forward to that. And last but not least is a can of Salopian and Castle Rock Brewery. That's who they've done the collaboration with, Castle Rock Brewery out of Nottingham, I believe. This is a can of their Dominion. 4.8%, 440ml can, and I know that was £4.20 as well. Brewed with our, it doesn't actually say what it is. No, brewed with our friends from Nottingham's Castle Rock, Tropical Pale. It's a Tropical Pale Ale. So that'll be coming up as well. So there you go. That's 2 videos I've done today. The first one, hopefully you've seen. If you haven't, when you watch this, go back and watch it, please. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. Look out for the reviews. They'll be coming up. And I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.